Hi, this is Michelle Grable, and this is Code Review 2. The first project we have is the ORM project. We created a person and a pets table for this project, and we connect it to the ORM database, which we created. Then we did a try and a catch. And we added an if statement looking for if this ID is set or not. If it is, then create an update command into the SQL, otherwise do an insert. And then we did a prepared method is called to pass in the SQL strings. The bind value method takes 3 arguments. And then we do prep execute. And then we created a SQL select statement that grabs everything in people and returns the rows. And then did a try and prepare execute, returning the resulting rows. And then fetched them all. Catch. And then we did get all the data from the people database where the ID field is equal to what was passed in, and created a prepared statement and executed it. Created a person instance and filled it with the data from my query above. And then this one is for the pets function, which gets all the data from the pets database where the ID field is equal to what is passed in. And use the fetch shell, grabs the whole result set from the SQL. I'll go to the people app. And then we included the person class once. And if post is greater than 0, add new kid. And then for security reasons, we use the HTML special chars function to replace any characters. And then added the method to the person class, all, to return an array of all the people records in the database. And then put it all in a table. And did a for loop, people as person into a dynamic table using line 34 here. And then this one, on the Pets app, we included the pet class and the person class. And if count is greater than 0, then add new kid. And then we use the HTML special chars function to replace any greater than less sign characters. And then added a new method to the pet class called all to return an array of all the pet records in the database, and then put it into a table or table heading here. And then for the table body, we did a for loop and for loop pets as pet into dynamic table using line 33. And then we added another pet and used the person class constant all to return an array of all the people records in the database. And so that went into, that was used down here where we used a drop down tab and did a for each, and then printed or displayed that person, each person, in a drop down tab. And then we had the edit person, and we had the edit pet, and I will run this. People app. This is my people app, and I'll add and that's going to show me down here. And then I can also do an edit, and it'll show if I had any other pets. And then we'll look at the Pets app, and it'll display all of my pets. And we have a drop down here, and we'll give William a Milo dog, age 5, and he'll show up here, and we can do an edit, and we can change the person, the owner, to 2, and that'll make it my dog, Milo dog. The next one we have is the custom regex, regular expression. Okay, so we used a function get social security number, and we used preg match and a regular expression to return the matches, and the get credit and a preg match, regular expression, and matches returns, and use the function get phone with preg match, regular expression, return matches. Then we ran a command line against that to see if it would pass, and mine passed with 3 tests, 14 assertions, okay. And the third one is the car simulation. A simple car simulator, car class, private variable here. The underscore before the speed indicates private properties and methods. If the car is at top speed at 100 miles per hour, accelerate returns false. This speeds up the car by 10 miles per hour and returns true. And then the brake function, if the car is stationary, return false. This decreases the speed by 10 miles per hour and returns true. And this function just returns the car's current speed in miles per hour. My car is the object. This displays the properties. I'm driving my car color. And we did a while loops accelerating the car to top speed and then decelerating back down to 0 miles per hour using the get speed method. The database connection, that is in weeks. It's in week 6, and I called it get fruit, and we created a database and set up the root password. Database is my database. Connected to the database and used a try catch to connect. If not, display connection failed and error message. Run a select all from fruit and then displayed an unordered list. Read some data from the database using the query method and used a for loop to display list items, name, and color from the SQL. And con equals null disconnects from the database, which means it destroys the PDO object in connection. In the link match PHP, we did a project on find linked URLs in a web page, and we have a display form function. It displays XHTML page headers displayed in the script calls display form to display a simple format requesting a URL to scan. If the form has already been submitted, using if is set is processed by calling the process form function. And here is our form right here in the form action. And here's all our results right here on the Aventus page. The last one we have is order form. And that's validating order form fields. If is set posted. And we have function display and enter your order details. And then a process form function. It validates the email address and the phone number and the product code, and uses an if or a preg match to validate the address and phone number, and the error messages go in here for each else. Thanks for your order. And then it does a function expand product code matches, defines an array to map the two-letter portion of the product code into, or product code into the product range, for the product range. And I'm going to refresh this and display that. And that's it. Thank you.